What's going on, guys? Back at you with another video here. There's not going to be any in-game chat for this one. My buddy xTbird was AFK for pretty much the entire game. So like midway through Tilted, you'll see it if you keep watching. He saves my ass. Didn't even know he was back, but it was pretty sick. Anyway, yeah, he wasn't talking the whole game, so I wasn't really talking either. So I'd rather just talk to you guys. I want to talk about how to get high kills and slay out in Tilted. I mean, obviously landing on an RPG first is pretty helpful, but my plan is if you really want to play aggressive and go for the high kills in Tilted, you have to land at one of the middle buildings. It's just, if you land on the outside, you're bound to miss out on a lot of the fighting. And if you land on the middle building and you get an AR and a shotty, kind of hang out up top for a little bit and maybe pick some shots, see where all the fighting is, and then move towards it.
Oh my god, bro.
Hopefully you run into some bots with that one who didn't just stood there and gave you a little pump. But normally that doesn't happen. So anyway, you definitely want to mat up. I love to land this middle building because they have all those pallets, there's a good amount of floor loot, and a good amount of chests. So then you just gotta push everything, and you can't just push like a wild animal though. You wanna try and push and put yourself in a position where you're gonna be hyped, and you also don't wanna be in between two squads fighting. You wanna join their fight. You don't want them to join your fight, if that makes any sense. But beyond that, always box up like I'm doing right here. Don't think that you can heal and be fine just because no one's shooting at you in that moment. There's always people that want to sit on top of Big Brick or sit on top of Trump and just look down on you with a sniper or an AR. Trust me, it's happened to me way too many times. Whereas I'm sitting there trying to pop a mini, I have 125 health, and I get bopped from a sniper and I start raging like a crazy animal. I might have to do a rage compilation one day because pretty tight. So, anyway, here, this is another example of how I'm staying on the outside of the fight, taking shots, letting them focus on each other. It keeps you from taking damage, it keeps you from getting focused on by multiple people, and you're still able to get most of the kills. Ideally, you don't want anyone to die, but also you want to stay alive, so sometimes it is just better to stay afar in those senses. Now, as for layout, loadout, you're gonna want to have the pump, a deagle if you can find one. It's just great at either long range, AR distance, close range, and the big thing is breaking walls. If someone's in a 1x1 and they're trying to heal up, you take out a pickaxe, it takes 2 swings. They're probably going to react in time and turbo build a wall, making it a little bit more difficult for you to replace that wall. The deagle, you drop down real quick on the side of their wall, deagle, replace, boom, you now have the edit kill, and they're probably going to be pretty surprised, and if you can get a quick edit off, you're almost guaranteed the kill. Personally, I don't really like to run explodes. I think they are very overpowered, they are very efficient. I have a history of killing myself with them, so I try to stay away from them unless I'm really in like a competitive like pop-up cup or something like that, where late game they are very helpful and overpowered way more than in pubs. I also do like to have an AR. As for heals, I will always carry shield over health, just because if I am in a fight and I take shield damage, I'm going to try and replenish that shield before I start to lose my health. So then, I mean, this game is a little bit old. The grappler was key, you know, the ability is sick. As you see here, the deagle just dominates. I mean, it's such a good 75 damage. 150 plus headshots and one-shotting walls is just, it's the most versatile gun in the game. And then the grappler paired with that is you just have insane mobility. You can escape bad situations, put yourself in good situations, push people that, you know, you're a little bit far away from. And another example of me just wrecking with the deagle. I mean, what else do you need to see? The deagle is just great. Now another thing that you want to be aware of is that you can't just run into fights here. I'm playing this patient. I know there's one guy alive. and I know that there's no one really around me right now. I have time to play this guy patiently where I won't take any damage. So, box yourself in and wait for an opportunity to rush you down. Boom. Done. Easy like that. He couldn't switch to a shotgun in time. I was able to get my pump shot off. I have the gold pump. I'm most likely one-pumping anyone from that distance. So, it's pretty simple, you know what I'm saying? And then, now, this is what that I was talking to you guys about earlier, where my buddy came to save me. Don't do that. It's never happened. Just won't talk about it. We're gonna move on, alright? Gosh. So, I get into a little bit of a predicament right here. I think I'm chasing down this plane, and then I look to my right, and I see a guy on balloons. My favorite, because you can't even hear them. To avoid people, you really just gotta build above you and then wait for an opportunity to take height. So they're always gonna be above you. It's pretty frustrating. And then playing from your box. You want to try and stay in your box as much as possible, but always for a chance to cap it and edit out the side and then get the jump. Now here is an example of how overpowered and slow to me as spam. At this point, I didn't even realize my teammate was back. I was just so focused on staying alive, killing people, and then finally I realized that he was there, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta help him. Run out there like a savage and help my boy, just like he helped me. By the way, he was sitting in taco the entire game under a pyramid. I deleted the clip of me going over there and like messing with him. I was at his pyramid. It was kind of boring, so you guys don't want to see that. At this point, I'm like, oh shit, I got 10 kills. Let's keep going. Push. Still not on the mic. He's listening, so that's all that really matters. And I'm trying to shoot down the build here, be hard, you know, 4 or 5 times up, not really held by much. I know they're going to take some decent fall damage if I get them to break and they don't realize it. Gives you more of an advantage going into the fight because now they're not high ground and you can high ground for them. Going into long-range fights, you always want to take some shots on people and start getting them before you push. It's going to slow down their momentum and give you a clearer opportunity to slow. They're going to lose sight on you, they're going to panic a little bit. Oh shit, I just got ripped for 100 shield. Let me try and pop some minis. Now you can get yourself in a better position. And now in these fights, you always want to be high ground. And I know that's something that everyone knows now, is stay high ground, stay high ground. And to do that while taking shots is something that you kind of have to get used to in this game. You gotta take a pump shot and build. Take a pump shot and build a floor. Or pump shot and build up a layer if they're under you. You know, take an AR shot, but stay high ground. Unless you have like 1 or 2 guys left and they're both low ground, you know that they're bots, then you can jump down and engage them with your shot. Most likely, you know, destroy them. Unless they have a gold and get a lucky headshot on you, which has happened plenty of times. So, this guy gets absolutely lasered out of the sky. I feel bad for him. I just luckily got the kill on that one. It's hard to see in the video, or maybe you can see in the video, but there was another team shooting at him too. Yeah. So, here we go. Pushing high ground now. This is a very risky push. You're gonna use a lot of mats to get up there. I mean, I had a bunch right here, but you're pretty much a big target ramping up. Even if you put a ramp above your head, you're gonna. And we're not gonna talk about this grapple either. I just couldn't hit my grapples this game, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Gosh. The leaves on the trees. So if you have a grapple here, this is what I was talking about. It puts you in a great position with ease. I used 3 or 4 grapples, and now I have high ground. I'm above the opponent. He had no idea it was coming. Caught him off guard. And this is another example of, look, I'm building above him to maintain high ground. I'm not getting antsy for the shot. I'm maintaining high ground, and then I look for an opening. I know he's weak. Now I can start pushing. Eagle down the wall, eagle in, and so good. Perfect. That is a perfect example of how you maintain high ground and then push into a box with the deagle, and that is why he's doo-doo. Right? Makes sense. Alright. So now, just overall for dropping high kill games, you're going to want to drop somewhere hot, which is most likely going to be Tilted Towers, Retail Row, Paradise. Honestly, that's like my 3 main spots for ever dropping high kill. Maybe Salty, because our central map right there. Even if you only get 2 or 3 kills off rip, you're at a pretty good area to rotate around. You're going to want to find mobility or know your rift locations, plane spawns, or ATV spawns. I personally don't really like the ATVs. I always take damage on them. Don't ask me how. I suck, I know. Anyway, you want to have a rift to go. Any mobility is going to help. You're not going to drop a 20 kill game every game or a 10 plus kill game every game. It comes down to luck. I mean, there's times where we'll go up to the first circle and there'll be 13 guys in them, or we'll get caught up in a fight in Tilted that lasts a while. Yeah, we might be leaving Tilted with 8 kills, but there's only 20 people left and we have to rotate the zone. So my favorite rotation is going Tilted to the middle mountain by Dustin with a plane spawn, and then rotate outwards from there, grab a plane, and just look for people. You got to be aggressive. You can't say, oh, let's not push these guys. You have to push literally every single person and pump them in the face with a grapple like that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. GG's, bro. Yeah. Oh my god.